What's going on, guys? My name is Wade with TechDaily, and we are back with another episode of Top Holiday Tech. This time we're featuring items under $10, and if you missed yesterday's video, which was on items under $5, I'll leave a link on screen so you can check that out too. All this week, I'm going to be featuring different tech items under a certain price point, which hopefully might give you guys some gift or stocking stuffer ideas, or maybe you can even spoil yourself a little bit too. So be sure to check back on the channel so you don't miss a thing. As always, I'll leave links to everything featured in this video down below in the video description if you want to learn more or perhaps pick something up for yourself. And of course, I will be giving away one of the items featured in this video to one of you guys. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel and leave a comment down below letting me know what item you'd like. And I'll be picking a winner on December 9th. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start things off with the first item on the list, which is actually this thing, the TacForce TF705 pocket knife. Now, I know what you're thinking, this is definitely not a tech item, and you're totally right. And it might even be moderately irresponsible for me to even feature this, but come on, just look at it. It's pretty awesome. Now, I obviously know nothing about knives whatsoever, but this is listed on Amazon right now for under $7, and at that price, I mean, as long as it's somewhat sharp and looks cool, I honestly have no complaints. What I can tell you about it is that it's a 3 1/4 inch blade with a 4.5 inch handle, and you're getting a heavy, sturdy setup here with an all-metal aluminum handle and a bottle opener on the back end, which is nice. So I like that it serves an additional purpose and there's no wasted space here. It's sharp enough to cut open some boxes, of course, and that's basically the only thing I use it for. As someone who unboxes stuff almost every single day, I think having an obnoxious and unnecessary unboxing knife is sort of a requirement. The stainless steel blade on this one has got that rainbow finish, and you can say what you want about it, but I think it's cool. If you're not into that though, there's more standard finishes like black and silver. There's also a ton of different handle styles like pink and orange and camo. And again, something like this isn't for everyone, and you gotta be a little responsible here, but for $7, this thing is pretty dang cool. With that out of the way, we're back to our regularly scheduled tech items, and this Bluetooth speaker from Bracing Tone is just about the cheapest Bluetooth speaker of its kind on Amazon right now for just $9.99. I gotta be honest here, I wasn't expecting a whole lot. I thought this was gonna be like a really small, crappy speaker, or it might have even been mismarked or priced incorrectly, because I just have never seen something like this for so cheap. But I was really impressed with what showed up at my door, and if you're searching for a really simple last-minute gift idea, this is definitely a hidden gem that's worth picking up. Overall, it's a really good-sized, rugged, outdoor-style speaker that's sturdy, but covered in a thick, soft rubber along the sides and corners and across the back. So you can knock it around or maybe accidentally drop it, and it'll be tough enough to withstand a bit of an impact, which is definitely nice. Along the top, you've got all of your button controls for power, skipping songs, volume, and taking a phone call. And there's a little loop on the side so you can attach it to a bag or backpack and take it with you on the go, which is cool too. You can get about 8 hours of music playback time, which isn't a whole lot, but I think it's still pretty good considering the price. And it's also got an IP67 rating for dust and water resistance. So once again, you can take it outdoors and get it a little wet and it should be fine. Most importantly though, it actually sounds really good, like surprisingly good. Here's an audio clip so you guys can get an idea.
I hope that you don't think I'm rude, but I wanna make out with you. And I'm a little awkward, sure, but I could touch my face to yours, oh, and no one ever called me smooth.
It definitely puts out some really clear audio, it gets plenty loud, and for $10, this might just be the best speaker deal I've ever come across on this channel, and I highly recommend it. For $10, you can also listen to some music through a decent pair of over-ear headphones like these from Bassman. Now, I picked these up a couple of days ago, and at the time, they were $10. I just double-checked again, and the black ones have bumped up to $14.99, unfortunately, but these same headphones in gray are still $9.99, so the price might fluctuate a bit, but you should still be able to snag them at a good price. And what you get for that price is a pair of headphones with some thick cushion on the ear pads and a comfortable headband along the top too. And there's also plenty of adjustment capability here to get the fit right. There's no notches or clicks or anything like that. It's a firm sort of sliding mechanism so you can get exactly the right size for your head, which is great. And what's also pretty cool is that they fold up to a nice little compact size, so they're perfect for throwing in a bag or backpack and taking with you on the go. You've got inline controls and a mic along the cable, and speaking of the cable, it's a braided nylon material, not like that rubbery plastic, so it's sturdy and tough, and it'll definitely last a long time. Of course, they sound pretty good too, with a decent amount of bass in particular, and I know the standard 3.5mm headset jack is basically going away on most smartphones now, but if you still rock that wired connection and want just an inexpensive pair of headphones to keep around, these are a pretty good option. If you ever find yourself needing more USB ports on your PC, this 4-port USB hub from Sabrent is quite useful. You've got USB 3.0 ports all around, which means pretty good transfer speeds across just about anything. And sure, USB-C has slowly been becoming the norm nowadays, but there's still a ton of stuff that requires a good old standard USB port. And especially for charging up things like earbuds and headphones and plugging in external keyboards and hard drives and anything else you can think of, having a bunch more ports to use is definitely a big help. What's also nice about this one is you do have full control over every USB port. So for example, if you want to turn on or off any of the USB ports for whatever reason, you can do that with the press of a button. You've got an indicator light to let you know what's on and what's off, and I think this is really useful for staying organized and keeping track of what's plugged in and connected to your computer. For me, an extra 4 ports is all I need, and for 10 bucks, I think it's a great score. But if you need more than that, Sabrent also has 7-port and 10-port hubs too, so you can keep even more gadgets connected. One of the most popular items I featured recently in a top tech episode was a smart plug, and luckily I found one for under 10 bucks for this video too. This one is sold by a company appropriately named Legit, and it is in fact exactly that. It's pretty legit. It's a standard smart plug in the sense that it goes directly into your wall outlet and turns nearly anything you have plugged in into a fully controllable smart gadget. There's a single button on the side there that you'll use to power it on and set it up, but most of your interactions with the plug itself will be done through the app, which is of course available for both iOS and Android. The idea here is that after you connect the plug adapter to your Wi-Fi network and set it up with your app, you'll now have full control over whatever is plugged in. In my case here, it's one of my office lights, and I can power it on and off from a distance by just using the phone. What's also nice is that I can set a timer too, which will allow me to turn the light on or off after a certain time period. So at night, for example, you can have the lights automatically turn off at bedtime so you don't forget, or you can have them turn on at sundown using the scheduling feature too. You don't just have to use the plug for lights though. You could just as easily use them for appliances like a toaster or coffee maker, a TV, and especially for the holidays, you can connect up your outdoor decorations and power them on and off without having to go outside in the cold. For 10 bucks, this is just a really nice way to easily control just about anything in your house from a distance. And finally, if you ever want to add a little bit of color to a space and don't want to spend 40 or 50 bucks on a single smart bulb, this colorful LED light is a great way to do just that. You can get a single bulb for 10 bucks or a pack of 4 for 25 if you need a bit more. And in one sense, it is just your standard E26 bulb that'll screw into most lighting fixtures, but this bulb comes with a remote that allows you to not only dim the light, but also change it to a whole bunch of different colors and also enable some lighting effects too. If you're curious, I popped this bulb into my little IKEA glass side table light, and I think it worked out really well. Going through and changing the colors is instantaneous. You can set the bulb in red, green, blue, yellow, pink, purple, or use a standard white color too. And you can also have the light flash, fade, and strobe to give your space a bit of a lighting effect. I think having a bulb like this in a side table light or desk light is really cool and definitely adds a pop of color to the space. Best of all though, it's not like you're spending a whole bunch of money on an expensive LED smart bulb. For 10 bucks, this gets the job done, and it's just a nice little touch that can be added to any space. So there you go, those are my picks for some great tech items under 10 bucks for this holiday season. Like I mentioned earlier, if you're interested in winning one of these items for yourself, let me know what you might want in the comments down below and I'll pick a winner soon. Also, be sure to follow TechDaily on Twitter and subscribe to the TechDaily YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later.